Welcome, football fans from around the globe, to what promises to be an absolute blockbuster of an evening. We are live, the countdown is officially on, and the atmosphere inside the stadium is already reaching a fever pitch. In just a matter of hours, the pitch will belong to two European heavyweights locking horns in a battle that could completely define the trajectory of Group F. It is the tactical chess match of Ronald Koeman's Oranje against the high-octane, ruthless transition machine of Graham Potter's Sweden. If you love pure, unadulterated international football, you are exactly where you need to be. Let's set the scene, because the context heading into this kickoff couldn't create a more dramatic contrast. On one side, you have a Swedish side walking out onto the pitch with absolute supreme confidence. Their opening matchday was nothing short of a statement victory, a ruthless demolition that sent shockwaves through the tournament. They didn't just win. They dismantled their opposition with a terrifying blend of speed, power, and clinical execution. Graham Potter has this team playing with an identity that feels liberated, aggressive, and perfectly tuned to hurt teams on the counterattack. They sit at the summit of the group, knowing that another positive result here virtually punches their ticket to the knockout rounds. The pressure is on, but it's the good kind of pressure, the momentum of a team that believes they can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the world right now. But contrast that with the mood in the Dutch camp. For the Netherlands, this match isn't just another fixture, it is a critical, high-stakes rescue mission. Their opening draw felt like a defeat. To dominate large stretches, to show that classic, beautiful Dutch possession football, only to let maximum points slip away in the dying embers of the match due to a defensive lapse, that stings. It breeds urgency. Ronald Koeman knows that a draw tonight keeps them alive, but a loss puts them in a catastrophic position. The Oranje are a proud footballing nation, and playing with their backs against the wall makes them incredibly dangerous. They won't just look to control this game, they are going to look to dominate it from the first whistle to prove that they belong among the elite tier of contenders. When you look at how these two teams will tactically clash, the blueprint becomes fascinating. The Netherlands want the ball. They want to dictate the tempo, utilizing their technical superiority in the engine room to starve Sweden of possession. Watch closely how they build from the back, shifting the ball horizontally to stretch the Swedish defensive block, waiting for that one vertical passing lane to open up. They want to suffocate you, slowly pinning you back into your own penalty area until the defensive structure cracks. It's elegant, it's methodical, and when it clicks, it's nearly impossible to stop. However, that exact style plays directly into the jaws of what makes this modern Swedish side so lethal. Sweden does not care if they lose the possession stat. In fact, they almost welcome it. They are perfectly comfortable suffering without the ball, compacting the spaces in midfield, because they know that the moment the Netherlands commit too many bodies forward, the trap springs. The transitional speed of this Swedish frontline is elite. They turn defense into attack in the blink of an eye. 2 or 3 direct, vertical passes, and suddenly they are bearing down on goal. It's a high-wire act for the Dutch defense. If the Netherlands turn the ball over cheaply in the midfield, they are going to find themselves exposed to a track meet that they simply might not have the recovery pace to win. The individuals on display tonight elevate this match from a tactical puzzle to a superstar spectacle. All eyes will undoubtedly be on the Swedish frontline. They possess one of the most clinical, informed strikers in world football right now, a physical powerhouse who can hold up the ball, run the channels, and finish from absolutely anywhere inside the box. Alongside him is a supporting cast of dynamic tricksters who can isolate defenders in one-on-one situations and create chaos out of nothing. The Dutch center-backs are facing the ultimate litmus test tonight. They cannot afford a single second of complacency. If they switch off for a fraction of a moment, the ball will be in the back of their net. On the flip side, the Dutch success hinges entirely on the maestros in their midfield. They need their orchestrators to play a flawless game. It's not just about creating chances, it's about game management. They have to know when to accelerate the play and when to kill the tempo to prevent Sweden from gaining any transitional rhythm. If the Dutch midfield can dictate the terms of engagement, keep the ball moving quickly to tire out the Swedish press, and cut off the supply lines to the Swedish forwards before the counterattack can even launch, the Netherlands will win this game. But if they look sluggish, if their passing is just a few inches off target, Sweden will punish them ruthlessly. History, of course, gives us a little bit of flavor to chew on while we wait. These two icons of European football have shared some incredible battles over the decades. Traditionally, the Dutch have held the upper hand, boasting a proud record where they haven't suffered a competitive defeat to Sweden in well over a decade. But history doesn't play the game tonight. This is a new generation of Swedish talent, unburdened by the past, hungry to rewrite the narrative. They look at the traditional powerhouses of football not with fear, but as giants waiting to be toppled. Statistically, everything points toward goals tonight. Neither of these teams is built to sit back and play for a boring, scoreless draw. The data shows us that both sides consistently find the back of the net, but crucially, both sides have shown a distinct vulnerability at the back. Sweden's high-flying attack often leaves their defense isolated, meaning they rarely keep clean sheets against top-tier opposition. The Netherlands, despite all their defensive star power on paper, have shown a recurring tendency to lose focus in the transition phases. It's a perfect recipe for an open, attacking, entertaining football match. As the managers finalize their team talks in the dressing rooms, the tactical decisions will be fascinating. Does Koeman stick to his philosophical guns and demand his team attack with flair, or does he introduce a bit more defensive steel to neutralize the Swedish counterattack? Does Potter set up defensively to protect the point they already have in the bag, or does he smell blood in the water and go for the throat early on? The consensus among analysts suggests a highly competitive, fiercely contested battle. The smart money leans toward a game where both teams find the back of the net, pushing each other to the absolute limit. It could very well come down to a moment of individual brilliance late in the second half or a tactical adjustment from the bench as players begin to tire. The Netherlands have the depth, the pedigree, and the sheer desperation to edge this out, perhaps by a narrow margin, but they will have to suffer to get it. The talking is almost over. The fans are in their seats, a sea of vibrant orange clashing with a wall of yellow and blue. The flags are flying, the anthems are prepared, and the tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. This is what the tournament is all about, the ultimate stage, the highest stakes, and two phenomenal teams ready to leave everything on the pitch. Settle in, get comfortable, and prepare yourselves. We are about to witness something truly